So I've been at summer camps for the past 2 weeks. Well, okay, as of writing this script. The first camp was from June 16th to the 21st, and the second was June 23rd to the 28th. Anyway, they were fun, but I'm really glad to be back in my own house, my own bed, my own shower. Oh man. And with me, I bring plenty of camp stories. I'll start off with the first camp. My friends and I had signed up as K-girls for the week, which means we help in the canteen and the kitchen, hence the K in our title. It was so worth it though because we get a huge discount compared to the other campers. Okay, anyway, we were in the canteen. This was last year, actually, and my friend was manning one of the windows. I'll call this friend Shrug. By the way, only one name in this video is a person's real name, but 2 or 3 of the names in here kind of sound like they could be real names anyway, so I think it'll be okay. Anyway, Shrug was taking orders at one of the canteen windows. She asked the next kid what he wanted to drink, and he said, Sprite. You know, like Sprite. Well, Shrug then tells him, sure, but only if you say it right. And then the kid goes, I have a speech impediment. Oh, okay, I'll get you that Sprite. Shrug felt so bad. It was really funny though. And whenever I try to bring it up with her today, I have to try really hard not to laugh. Man though, some of those kids who come up to the canteen for a drink, you have to be patient with them. There are these ones who are always first in line, and they arrive like 10 minutes before we open. Sometimes they start banging on the windows or trying to pry them open. And then others would try to come through the door because we couldn't lock it. We did have a water gun in there, however. Let's just say we filled it up, and Shrug got a few guys a little bit wet. Another thing, these people don't know how to speak up. The Coke machine in the canteen is really loud, so it's kind of hard to hear people outside the window, especially when they're asking for Pib. We had to make some signs this year that read, speak up. We were actually out of Pib this year for a few days, and we had to tell people that anytime they asked for it. Sorry, we don't have Pib. Oh, okay, And then they just stand there like that for several seconds before finally deciding what they want to drink instead of Pib. You see, this is how the apocalypse will really get started. Not zombies, not nuclear bombs, not alpacas, but kids who can't make up their mind at the canteen. So there are these things we make at the canteen called Rob Waters, started by a guy named Rob, obviously. It's where we take a cup of ice and we pack it in really tight, and then we take another cup of really packed ice and put it on top to where it makes this really big ice mound. It looks really cool. There was this one kid this year, however, who wanted like mellow yellow in his Rob Water. Seemed kind of weird to me, but I gave it to him. After that, however, we kind of started a Rob Water flavor craze. Practically everybody who came up and asked for a Rob Water wanted flavor in it. It got to the point where one of our K-girls, I'll call her TP. And TP, if you're watching, I'm sorry, not really, but the nickname was too good to pass up. Anyway, it got to the point where TP got so sick of making them that she banned them, which I kind of thought was unnecessary because I actually liked making them. There was this one time though, where TP was late to the canteen and this girl asked for a flavored Rob Water, and I said, well, those are supposed to be banned, but since the K-girl who banned them isn't here... Shh. Okay, one more canteen story, and then we'll move on to another setting. When we have new K-girls, we make them go through the initiation. We take some carbonated water, put it in a cup, and make them drink the whole thing. Some people actually like it, though. It's kind of disappointing. It takes all the fun out of making them go through initiation. We also have this one random guy who comes up to the canteen window and asks for a drink of half Coca-Cola, half carbonated water. Yeah, he's that guy. I called him Carb the entire week just because of that. Okay, moving on to the kitchen. We really only washed dishes in there, but it was still kind of interesting. We had to operate a huge industrial dishwasher. Sometimes we could get our hands on some of the ice outside that they would put in the drinks, and we would just set it on top of the dishwasher and watch it melt. It's oddly satisfying. This one day when TP was operating the sprayer, she was trying to put it back on its hook, but instead of hooking up the sprayer, she was trying to hook up the plastic cup in her other hand. I just kind of watched her for a few seconds until TP finally realized what she was doing. She glanced over at me and just sort of chuckled with embarrassment. Then she said, "You saw nothing." Okay, that's actually all I have for the kitchen. I remember my first year at camp, I went fishing in a canoe with one of my counselors, and I got a hook stuck in my pinky. I was little, so I can't remember all the details, but I think we had gotten too close to one of the trees hanging over the creek bank, and the line on my fishing pole got stuck in the branches. The hook was swinging around, and when I tried to reach out to grab it, the hook found my pinky. I don't remember it hurting too badly, but it did draw blood. On another note though, that was the year I caught my first fish. I remember last year the camp directors had set up this big scavenger hunt for us for one of the nighttime activities. We got into our teams and the directors gave everyone the same list of items to find. Some of the items were fairly normal, like a pink camp hat or a camp satchel or the autograph of one of our chefs. Other items, however, they got a little random. One was the wing from a bug, so we had to go find a dead bug and rip its wing off. Another was a living tadpole, a little less weird than the bug wing, but still. They were a little hard to catch when it was dark outside and the puddle they lived in behind the basketball court was getting really murky. We also had to get a popped piece of popcorn. We ended up going to the kitchen and just asking the chefs to pop a single piece of popcorn for us. We also had to get a yellow wildflower, which turned out to be a lot harder than it should have been. Like, we looked all over the campgrounds but couldn't find a single one for the life of us. So over the past year or two, I've realized just how great of an idea it is to bring an umbrella to summer camp. It's rained at least once in every camp I've been to for at least 2 or 3 years now, so an umbrella has become one of my essential camp items. It's really useful when it's not raining too. You see, I don't like getting suntanned, so if I have to walk out into the sunlight, I take out my umbrella. Otherwise, I keep to the shade. You see, I try really hard not to get suntanned. I like my pale self, and I don't dislike people who have a tan, I just don't want one myself. I did accidentally get one at my second week of camp, though, so whoops. Sometimes when I walk around in the sunlight with my umbrella, these little kid campers will see me and they give me the funniest looks. Some of them will even call, "Why do you have an umbrella? It's not raining." And I'm like, "I don't like direct sunlight, okay?" It's kinda cute, actually. I guess I'll leave you there. I still have several camp stories to tell, however, so it looks like you're going to get a part 2. Yay! Real quick before I go though, my youngest brother has started his own little channel similar to mine called Fox Art. He just started, so why not go check out his channel, give him some support, and watch him progress into YouTube with each video. I'm sure he'll really appreciate your like and subscription. Anyway, thank you so much for watching, leave a like, and please consider subscribing to me if you enjoyed. Have a great day!